All right. Well, now we're recording again.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So I'm
Do
gonna,
the thing.
I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the stuff in the thing.
Hello.
You want to give everybody the
Come
hello,
on, get to
everybody?
it. No, no,
No.
you do the
All right.
thing.
Well, hey everybody. Thanks for coming back to Figure Action. We're recording today, July 14th, 2018, July 15th, which is a Sunday in Australia with our buddy Adrian. And
Yo.
yeah, it's great to be back. I want to shout out everybody for the positive feedback from last week's show, our first effort. It was
Thank
really
you.
good. Thank you, everybody. It was really good to see all the
Yes, thank
support
everyone.
and feedback, and glad people liked our show. So we're looking forward to delivering more and coming back on a more consistent basis. I think we're going to shoot for releasing every Monday. Don't know yet, but yeah, just want to thank everybody. It was a really positive response and really cool to see people liking our show and commenting. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. TFcon Toronto. We got some big hauls this week, and just looking forward to having a good show tonight. Big hauls. And some
Halls. He said
hauls,
halls.
hauls, not goose eggs. And yeah, some exciting stuff to talk about. So let's go down the line. We'll talk about what we got this week, how we're doing, and then we'll get to the meat and potatoes of tonight. So we'll start with let me go to first. Adrian, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, man?
I am doing fantastic. How's your weekend been?
Not too bad. Had to taxi the kids around a bit, but pretty good. Pretty good.
So you're having some fun on the boat today?
Oh yeah, yesterday my friend Lockie built a boat some years ago, and we take it out every once in a while and catch some fish. It was good, man. Weather was
Nice,
perfect
nice,
considering
nice.
it's winter. We
Yeah.
got on top of this. Yeah, I know, right? We sent you a pic. There was this giant bait ball we got on top of, like you see in the nature documentaries, like millions and millions of, I think they were sardines or something similar. And yeah, unfortunately, no predatory fish to catch out of that bait ball, but diving birds, penguins. It was crazy. It was good.
Damn penguins.
Yeah, yeah. We had penguins bopping around. It was cool. It was like being in the first Batman movie.
Nice. Now you say predatory fish. Like, what all do you normally see out there and catch?
It's a bit early for snapper, but we get snapper. I don't know if you guys get those. They're a really big red fish with a hump on its head. Massive.
Yeah, we got snapper over here.
Yep, snapper. What else do we get? There's an Australian salmon, it's not really a salmon. It's just an oily sort of mackerel type fish. But it's nice if you smoke it. It's pretty good.
Well,
Garfish, big
do those
garfish.
birds try to take your fish?
The birds only go for the smaller fish. If you hook something smaller, like a pinky, which is a young snapper, they'll try and go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't really matter because it was a catch and release anyway.
What
Yeah.
do you
So,
have, like
but,
pelicans out there?
not that far out, closer in. Yeah, definitely. That was in the shipping channel, so
Nice.
you only get things with big wings, albatross and stuff. Yeah.
I had a fun run-in with a pelican years ago in Seattle.
Wow, what happened?
Well, I was out there for business, and the sales rep I was out there with, he took me out to lunch, and he was like, "Hey, you want to go see? You want to go to Azel's?" And I was like, "What's Azel's?" He's like, "It's a famous fried chicken restaurant. Oprah actually flies out here to go to
Fuck.
Azel's." And I was like, "Okay, if Oprah gets on a private jet to fly out there just for Azel's, it's got to be good." So we get down there, and I get like a three-piece chicken, and I'm sitting down. We decided to sit down by the docks because it's like this small little, mom and pop shop with like
Mm.
very limited seating. So we walk down by the docks, and there's picnic tables, and I sit down and I pull up my chicken leg, and this big one-legged pelican lands down on the picnic table, squawks, and just snatches the chicken from me.
Fucking hell.
Like,
Punch that bird in his face.
I was in shock, man. I'd never seen like a big ass pelican. Not to mention this was a salty looking motherfucker. One leg. I was afraid there'd be repercussions if I punched him. So
I would have had a heart attack. This is a little known fact, but I'm going to say it to everyone in the world right now. I'm afraid of birds. It's the only thing I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of birds.
holy shit.
My wife is afraid of birds too.
It's yeah. I mean, I keep snakes. I keep lizards. I keep well, not anymore, but I've kept crocodile.
Dude.
Yeah, but
Dude,
birds.
when we was in New York and we was at the zoo, man, there were birds flying everywhere. She was freaking the fuck out. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
me too. Yeah, I have panic attacks.
What are you
Like if I
doing?
go under a bridge and there's heaps of pigeons, I gotta like in my
Those
head go,
pigeons.
yeah. They're filthy. They're rats. So in my head, I've got to be like, be cool, be cool. Don't let anyone see. Be cool. Yeah,
He's talking yourself down off a ledge. Like, no, we're good. We're
Bad.
good.
bad. It's the funniest thing. And my friends who know, they take every opportunity to take the piss. It's fucked.
Well, now all your
come to
friends know
Maryland.
if they listen.
Yeah, basically, it's fucked. Anyway,
Got
yeah.
nothing
So
but
that
birds
was.
over here.
Oh no! Don't talk about it.
What'd you get this week, man?
So, will you
What I
even
get.
collect the laser beaks or
Yeah, that's a good question.
buzzsaws?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But I don't have any. But yeah, I would. But my
He doesn't
my-
have any to show, but
no, I would. I don't think they're that good, so I haven't bought them. But my son is really, really into birds. Like, it's fucked up. Every time he sees a bird toy or a bird in the
You're
wild.
cringing in the corner, like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, and you don't want to tell your 5-year-old son, Daddy's scared of birds, darling, you know? So I got to play cool. I'm like, yeah, cool bird, buddy. Go for it.
I'm crying inside.
And he's chasing
Where's the
birds in the
golf club?
park. Yeah, exactly. He's chasing birds in the park, and then when we leave, I'm like pouring the sanitary shit on him. You know, the alcohol hand wipe. I'm like coating him in the shit.
Yeah, we're gonna hear about your kid just leaving. You'll just walk away like, I can't do it. I'm done. Just leaves his kid with all the birds. Oh my god.
40
So-
years later, there's a bird man in the park.
So what about like chickens? Like, can you deal with them?
Nah. You
Man.
know, it took me till I was about 18 years old to eat chicken.
Wow.
Yeah. This is deep, man. This runs deep.
Wow. Yeah, I would think like you'd be able to eat them. Like, yeah, I'll show you, motherfucker. Yeah.
No, it's just unnatural. Things shouldn't fly. They just shouldn't fly. Even a moth will have me like
Penguins can't
dancing
fly.
around. Yeah, but they're still. I worked at Melbourne Aquarium for a long time as the lead aquarist there, and we have a lot of penguins. We've got one of the largest displays of different types of penguins in Australia, and I couldn't. So my job was to. Luckily, I didn't work in the penguins department, but my job was basically to oversee other aquarists as well as designing exhibits and doing my own sort of schedule. But I had to always come up with creative excuses not to get in that exhibit, like for a long time. And yeah,
Dude, I was at the aquarium a couple weeks ago, and the noises the
Yeah.
penguins make, they sound like old people having sex.
they're the devil. They're horrible bastards.
They
You know, go on.
They sound like they got Skinamax at the nursing home.
Oh, it's so bad. But even the female keepers at Melbourne Aquarium have to wear a cup, to get in the exhibit because the first thing they go for is your crotch.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They're evil. I fucking hate penguins, and they stink. Anyway, so what I got this week,
Good transition.
I got to get off this topic. It's bad. I'm getting shivers up
That's
my
what
spine.
penguins are one of my favorite things to go watch.
You like the penguins?
Oh, I love penguins. Yeah.
Oh, I just want to see
I
you
walk
cosplaying
like
as a
a
penguin.
penguin.
I want to see you dressed as a penguin.
I can walk like one.
I can make
wouldn't
that
that
happen.
terrify you?
Not if it's him. I think actually Baldwin is the only person who could cure me of my bird phobia.
Does he calm you? Does he have a calming presence for you?
He's like caramel.
I'd pet you. I would definitely pet you.
So what
Oh.
did you get?
Man, I'm
What
sorry.
did I get? I got X Transbots Klaatu, their Cosmos. He was cheap on that Taobao.
That's a wonderful figure.
It is, man. and I paid all of like $30 for him. It was
That's
ridiculous.
a nice price.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. And I got, I'm really happy with him. And the transformation is around the arms. I don't read instructions. I'm one of those idiots. But around the arms, I got frustrated for a while, and then I realized they slide up, and that was a really satisfying feeling. Now I've like been transforming it on and off a lot. I really like him. MMC Ox, the TFcon Chicago one with the solid head but the clear left side of the body.
Nice.
Right side of the body, whatever.
One
Yeah.
I got too.
He's really nice, man.
That's a gorgeous
the one-
Echo too.
Oh, dude, with the blue veins on him.
Yeah.
He looks so good. And when you have him in hand, I was worried the clear wheels as opposed, because I knew the black wheels were rubber, really nice, soft rubber. And I was worried the clear wheels would be the same plastic as his limbs. But they're not. They're soft rubber as well. It's the same rubber. I don't know how they did that. But yeah, really impressive. The joints in the hips are sloppy. I mean, they don't flop around, but they don't hold a pose that well. Because I like to go for those, like, deep squats. That's the kind of guy I am. And yeah, he doesn't hold those so well. But no regrets. Heavy, nice, well made, good looking, best representation of the character. So yeah, I'm good. What else? Bad Q Bronny. I got Bronny finally, late to the game on him. I'm not impressed with Bronny. He's all right. People talk him up. He's all right.
He was good for
He'll
his time,
do.
I think.
Yeah, he'll do. There's not many other options out, but I'll swap him out when I can. But he was expensive, man. He was like $75, $80.
When you're the only option in town, that's the...
Dude, and he's hollow. You've got to, like, no offense, Matt, but you got to parts form the back of his legs. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. But anyway.
Oh, the other man. I'm sorry, that's part.
No, the other Matt. Parts
Hello?
former, yeah. Yeah.
There are two of us here, Matthew.
Yeah, I know. You're the most important one. I love parts forming. It don't bother me at all.
On a combiner, I actually think it's important, but on a MP scaled figure with a high price, like if it was a $50,
Yeah,
$60
I
figure.
can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
For a smaller figure, yeah. Definitely for combiners, but yeah, for a smaller, I see your point.
He's little. He doesn't have much die cast, if any, and he doesn't hold a pose that great. And then the back of his legs are just like big plastic vaginas. I'm sort of over it. Yeah.
I haven't transformed him in so long, I forgot about the parts forming part.
Yeah, you got to like split that gas can and shove it in.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of storage, but yeah, I get.
Well, without it, you see them sort of polymer vaginas sitting there.
My laugh
Yeah.
is not back 100% yet.
Or as I like to call them, yam clams. So I got the what's the other guy? Cliff Jumper, ex-Transbots. He's good. He's really good. He's got a lot of weight. He's really poseable. The backpack is annoying. I'm not going to play it down. It is what it is. It's fucking annoying.
No, you can play it down because it's not that annoying. You'll be alright, man.
Nah, well, if you got him in any sort of waist rotation, like I've got him in kind of a skid with a little bit of waist rotation, like he's just been punched and he's coming back for attack. And he's, yeah, you just see backpack. Unless he's front on. If he's front on, then you don't see it. But fuck, I'm a dynamic motherfucker. So, yeah, he suffers. But whatever. I'm going to get the MMC too, just out of curiosity, because he's looking, the pre-order price on Taobao's fucking cheap. So
We need to get them as a
I'm like,
sponsor.
Don't do it.
let's have a chat to Lenny. Lenny's listening. Come on, Lenny. Lenny's lucky. He just got a figure named after him. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know
No.
about that.
Yeah, the new Desaurus or Desaurus, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, they call it like Des.
It's called the DEZ, D-Zephticon or something. Or DZEF. I think it's the DZEF.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That's a good deal.
Yeah, good on him, man. He worked hard. He supports the brand. He's a good dude.
Absolutely.
Got a beautiful display.
They do that with 3A as well. When you really support the brand and you show photos of the whole thing and you're on the forums and you're a participating part of their brand community, they name a figure after you.
I mean, Hasbro should be doing one for me then.
You got every
Absolutely.
deluxe.
Oh, well, yeah, they pretty much have, haven't they? They named a category after you.
That's
No, I got named after category. That's what they got.
Oh, come on, don't pretend.
Anything else you got this week?
That's a good haul.
No, I'm out. That's me.
All right.
Yeah, pretty happy though.
30 minutes in. All right, let's go.
All right. Well, we'll go with you, Mr. Baldwin. How you doing? And what'd you get this week?
I'm good. And what did I get? I got the TFcons, the 3 TFcons I needed to finish Abominus, and Cutthroat, Blot, and Center Twin. And I got the Iron Factory's Annihilation or whatever, the Red Alert, and that is it. That's all I got.
Nice.
Thank you.
I like the
What did
pictures
you
you posted of Red Alert. That was there's some pretty good.
Oh, thank you. I love it. I'm love taking pictures of stuff now, and I'm trying to get more and more. I'm still learning. I'm not as good as Lenny or any other good Lenny or DJ TJ Duggett. There's some excellent, beautiful pictures and that they take all the time.
Yeah, but
And I'm just trying to get on their level.
still, I think you've made some great strides in the past
Oh, yeah,
month,
I have.
man.
Thank you. Yeah,
Good job,
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Matt, is your video out for Red Alert?
It is. Yes, I put it
All
out
right,
there.
I'll catch that after the podcast.
What's
Thank
your
you.
what's your channel again, Matt?
Hell Hasbro reviews.
Oh, yeah, good. Thank you.
Very cool.
Go check it out. If you don't mind.
All right. Other Matt.
That's it.
Hey guys, let me see. I had a busy week. I got in the Little B, the flipper, earlier this week, and he is a delight. Legends class figures do not have the right to be able to be that posable. That thing is a joy. I can't believe he cleans up better than some masterpieces.
Yeah, he's fun.
He's a fun little dude. I got in X Transbots Toro, which is a delight as well. And I got to say, too, like, I actually think the backpack is, considering that the thing goes from a real world car to the animation chest, I am willing to have a backpack for that. Because I think that chest cleans up really nice. And you know what? The backpack has almost zero weight to it, so it doesn't throw the balance of the figure off.
Yeah, I love the fact that it all locks in as well.
Yeah. And then with the lower part of the body having some die cast built in, it keeps it weighted down where it needs to be, and you have zero problems with poses. So I'm more than happy with him.
He's
And
definitely
he-
He's
versatile.
solid.
And he comes with a staff, and I got to tell you, it's nice to have some things besides guns because that really makes for some good posing with some different weapons other than everybody coming with some kind of blaster. I appreciated that. Let me see. I picked up in Target. I actually found the new DuckTales figures. They are as posable as a coffee mug, and their accessories are kind of frustrating, but they look good, and I'm happy with them standing on a shelf at attention.
Hey, who
But if you-
makes those, by the way?
Let me see. I don't have the boxes here. I don't know. It's no one that I heard of, but I'm sure somebody knows. You know, we'll look it up and put it in the comments or something. But they look good. They just, I don't know, man. Like Glomgold comes with this big ass diamond that he can't hold unless you balance it on his arm. If anybody checks out my Instagram pictures, there's a plug. He can't hold the damn thing other than tucked in there, and it doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, launch pad is shorter than Scrooge is at the top of the hat. I don't know. They look good. It's standing there. If anybody's got the Funko figures, that the posable Disney Afternoon, way more posable than these new guys.
Huh.
So, and then the last thing I got is the surprise box. Zero was posting pictures to our group chat for the Astrobots, and he said I would like them. So I went in, looked at his pictures, caught a few reviews, and immediately fast-tracked one to my house, and I have one right here in hand. So I have the Astrobots Apollo,
Nice.
and this thing was worth every penny. I am an articulation junkie, and this dude just does it for me.
Yeah, he's
He
really
is
good.
phenomenal. And I got to tell you, like I don't like light up gimmicks in figures, the light up in this that he's got the light up blue eyes looks awesome, and it doesn't take up the gimmick itself doesn't take up any room in the figure really, and it just integrates and it's not extra crap that you have to worry about. So I'm good with that.
Did yours come with batteries?
It did not.
Okay, so we're in the same boat there.
It did not. I just happened. My son is 4 years old, and a ton of his little car things use LR44s, so I had a bunch left over. So I'll wrap mine up there. I think that's everything. Let's move on.
All right, T-Man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
You sound better. You
What
sound
did
all right.
I get this week? Oh, thank you. Sounded like crap last week, didn't I? But what I got this week, just like Matt, I got Matt Baldwin. I got the TFcon deluxe class figure, and they're good. But my center twin, if I move the arm out at the shoulder like more than one rotation, it pops right off. Sucks.
Are you talking about which one is it?
Um,
Center twin?
center twin.
Yeah. My arms are really loose. Yeah, I need to put some fingernail polish or something on them.
I'll check mine.
They popped up. I think I mentioned in my review that they're real loose. I did the hippie shake on the front instead of doing the legs. The front the arms do it.
It's like they're not loose, but it'll just
Mine
come
are.
right off the ball joint if I touch
Yeah.
it.
Mine's
The
okay.
legs on my cutthroat are kind of loose. But outside of that, I got I don't know if I mentioned. I think this was after our last podcast. I found the Spider-Man Homecoming 2-pack with the Iron Sentry for $10 or $11 at Ross. Finally, I just found Powered Up Prime's Outback today at Target, and I got a good price on that. It wouldn't ring up, so the dude just typed $3, and I didn't stop him.
Wish you would have gone back for more.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he probably would have put a different price.
I don't care. I would have paid $10.
They did. They had a lot. I didn't see the little purple dinosaur dude or chick
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
I just went out back, to be
And
honest.
I also. Oh, I didn't know you didn't have them.
No, I don't have him or Cindersaur.
Sucks. I didn't think about you, Zero. Sorry.
Oh.
Also at Ross, I found the Last Night Hot Rod, the Walmart exclusive, and I'm giving that away on my channel. So, in one of my last toy hunts, I announced that I'm giving that away. You just got to look for yourself to figure out which one. And
Nice.
let's see, I got Marvel Legends Tiger Stripe Wolverine, who is good besides his claws wiggle and waggle all over the place. I think they designed it like that on purpose, but it's annoying.
It's still better
And,
than the Toy Biz.
The
Like,
Astrobots. Yeah, the way they're what do you call it? The way they are built, they're designed. And from Matt, the bot supplier, he's letting me hold his Astrobots so I can do a review on them. I should have jumped on that review
cool.
because I saw this morning that PR already put up a review for both of them. I'm like, come on. But,
hey, should have been faster than that.
but they, yeah, just like
He's
Matt,
pretty quick.
I am an articulation nut. And these things are really, really cool. And Matt already, the bot supplier, already had batteries.
Nice.
Very cool.
So they're really cool. Now for you, Zero, what did you get?
Oh, thanks for asking me how I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta move this puppy. Just get
Yeah, I
that.
know,
You're doing
I know.
fine.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. It's funny to hear about Adrian's fear of birds. I'm house sitting this week. I have to watch 17 chickens.
His literal nightmare.
4 dogs, 3 of which are geriatric teacup poodles with a lot of special needs. And there's tropical fish and a cat. And the cat ate one of my contact lenses today, which was fun. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, So it was an interesting day. He jumped up on the counter while I was putting my contact in. His tail swiped me, and I dropped my contact, and he just looked at it, meowed, and picked it up and ran away. I said, God damn it, Griswold. Well, fortunately, that's the nice thing is like whenever I swap I have monthlies, so when I swap mine out, I keep the previous month. So, I'm just gonna stretch it out, and then I'll open up my August pair a little bit early and stretch them out and get back on schedule. No
The old
harm,
trick.
no foul. As for me and what I got a lot this week, so I'm going to try and power through it so we can get to these topics. I too got the Astrobots, and they are fantastic. I got both Apollo and Argus. I will say I think Apollo is the better of the two, just by a slim margin. I like his colors and his sculpt better, and his paint is nice and clean, whereas Argus kind of has some sloppiness. Argus also has these weird wrist guards that look like guns, and it's cool that they're an accessory and they pop off, but they kind of hinder the articulation a little bit. I can't remember if last week I said I got the Figuarts Thanos, but I got him. I got another Darth Revan, Black Series Revan. I've kept mine in the box, and I wanted one to open. Because the one I got in the box, I also got at Star Wars Celebration. The box is kind of crushed, so I'll probably open that one up, and it'll go on my video game shelf. I got a good deal from a dude on the Toyco group for a Figma Solid Snake that's brand new. I got the Legend. I was at the Timonium Toy Show last week. I got a really good deal on the Legends, not like Legends class, but the Transformers Legends Ultra Magnus with the IDW colors, and with the weird Alpha Trion. So what I ended up doing was taking Minimus Ambus, keeping him for the Ultra Magnus, putting the Alpha Trion to the side with like my Legend scale stuff, and then gave my best friend's son my regular Ultra Magnus. I got, yeah, and he really liked it. He really dug it. He likes when a Transformer comes from me. So we kind of bond over those a little bit, and that's pretty cool. I got MMC Calidus Luminous, which is a really nice paint job, but my streak of getting figures that are missing pieces continues. The figure's in immaculate shape, but he didn't come with the smirking face, so I emailed Big Bad Toy Store about that. I got the Studio Series Brawl, which is pretty cool. I got Power of the Prime's Alita 1, finally. I didn't pay a scalper price for her. I'm very happy about that. I held out. I got the SH Figuarts Ken from Street Fighter. I got the Flipper, which is the little Bumblebee, and I love him. He's my first Legend scale figure like that.
It's all downhill from there.
I know. I'm waiting for that re-release of Dutch. And last but not least, I got the Splatoon 2 amiibo. So if those count,
They do.
so,
I
I
think
think
they
you
do.
need to note. You need to note that you found Alita 1 in store.
yes. So Walmarts, check your Walmarts. They've been getting restocks of the Power of the Primes Wave 2, and I got the Studio Series figures at. I say figures because there's a spoiler. I got a Wave 2 figure for T-Man. So check out the T-Man 978 chill reviews. Also, big shout out to Partsformer. He helped get us on iTunes. So even though we're a half hour in at this point,
What studio series are you getting?
Oh, well, I got a Megatron. So spoilers. Normally he's like.
There's somebody else here that likes there's another panel guy here likes Hasbro stuff. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, I love that, bro.
Wow.
Awkward.
I don't know, Adrian.
Wow.
Do you do Hasbro?
I've got nothing against it, but I don't have any. In
talking about
Australia,
me.
this is.
I don't know what we're trying to hint at. I'm fixing to start crying, but whatever. Whatever.
We already know you like Hasbro. Hell,
Just
Hasbro.
saying.
You goddamn in your channel name, for Christ's sake.
So let's get into some Hasbro news right off the bat. We got some really cool stuff coming from Hasbro that I don't think anybody in their right mind can bitch about, and that would be the War for Cybertron trilogy reveals. Guys, what do you think about these? Because I was personally blown away by what I saw.
That battle damage,
I
man,
like
that
those.
is so beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm
that
so
looks
excited.
like
Prime, no waffles. He's got an ankle tilt. Looks like good paint. They
that
painted the weapons. It looks like.
that axe actually turns into a shield. Like they put some extra engineering in there.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, smoke looks good. It's
Blast
just
effects.
yeah, with the so they're calling them battle masters now instead of target masters. Which I guess if you call them battle masters, that kind of opens up the gates for them to turn into more than guns.
I'm
But
I'm up
I'm
here,
on
I'm
board.
outside with that.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
cool with it. I'm
That's
absolutely
good
cool with it.
stuff.
And yeah, the blast effects, I think that's really cool because
Yeah.
you think about the uses you can get of blast effects. Like a lot of people are wondering like what's that thing on Prime's back, and I'm willing to bet you can probably plug the blast effects into all kinds of things now, because if you read Game Informer put out that article and they call them combat ports. So I wouldn't be.
Wait, so it's like a reverse prego mode?
Yeah, exactly. But
Booty mode.
Yeah, I think his backpack is jetpack in disguise.
well, that's what I'm thinking. Like you
That's
can
what I'm
plug
That's what it looks
that,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you could probably plug the blast effects in there to make it look like a jetpack. But I'm all in for these. Like this is the most excited I've been about
That's cool.
Hasbro mainline um, in a really long time.
We've only seen pictures released of
3,
Prime
yeah.
and Sideswipe and the Target Mash, whatever you said they're called now. That's all we've seen, right?
Yeah,
Battle
Battle Masters.
Only thing disappoints me is the price of the regular lines is now going up and not just the Video series.
If they're delivering
But
stuff
I'll
like
just
this,
have to,
you know,
yeah.
and there's no waffles, and they've got, or they're minimal waffles, and they've got tempo battle damage on there, or if they're doing dry brush, I don't care. Like this stuff looks kind of like a callback to Generations, and it justifies the price. I mean, for Sideswipe, he actually has painted rims. I mean, that was something that they moved away from, and
Yeah, it's nice to see more pain in these things.
yeah,
Clear plastic tee.
Are the wheels pinned?
I can't tell from the picture.
I didn't
but
look at that.
you can't see those big pins like that. That's like one of the biggest like things I don't like on the Power of the Primes line is that when you have like those plastic pinned clipped on wheels, like it really throws off the aesthetics. Especially and the
I
Studio
can see the
Series has it
Optimus
too.
wheel.
Kia, zoom in on the render of Sideswipe in his alt mode. I don't see any pins, at least on this picture, that are obvious. So if they are, they cover it up well.
Yeah. The only thing I can tell is that they have flip out hands, at least on Sideswipe. I would prefer ball joints, so they could get like the flip out and the wrist rotation. But I mean, I think he looks fantastic. I think and he could. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell for sure because there's like a gray piece inside that render. But like the piece that he flips out on it, I mean, his forearms don't look 100% hollow. So I'm still really excited
It
about.
looks like he has ankle pivot.
Yeah, it looks like both he and Prime have it.
So that gray piece you see in the arm cavity, if you look on the other arm, you see where there's a port hole. So it
Yeah.
looks like that's an indent for that. It looks like the whole forearm is hollow except that one cutout for the port,
Yeah.
which is not the end of the world. I mean,
Oh yeah.
looking at the rest of it, it's fine.
It's possible he could have, because it looks like it's connected to another piece. It's possible he could have a swivel in there.
Looks good though. Exciting
Wow.
stuff on the horizon.
Yeah, I can't tell. It doesn't look like these are clip-on wheels. I could be wrong. And if they clipped on from the inside and you couldn't, you didn't see the pins. I don't like the fact that the clip-on ones don't roll freely. There's a lot of friction. It's also cheap. Optimus definitely you can see the metal pins. I mean, it looks like they're moving away from stickers entirely. I'm happy. This looks like a continuation of Generations to me. So,
Let's see what else. Hasbro also released their the reveals for Repugnus, Wreck-Gar, Nemesis Prime, and Punch Counter Punch.
yeah, Punch Counter Punch is actually up on pre-order on Amazon right now. By the way.
Yes, thank you. I
You're
just
welcome.
grabbed it. And Repugnus went up. Hopefully it'll come back in stock, but as of this recording, he's out of stock right now.
Yeah.
But But he should. I don't know. Amazon stuff pops in and out. So, and we know that the Nemesis Prime is going to be on Amazon on Prime Day, which
Yeah.
I think by the time this comes out, it'll be too late.
I've already got him on pre-order, so that's this upcoming it's Monday.
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 It's Monday. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So he releases on Monday. Is anybody in on that Nemesis Prime other than me?
No.
I want it, but
Probably
I'm
not.
not.
What's his price point? Is he
He's
50,
50.
40?
He's $50.
He's 50? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Deluxe, you said you're getting
It
him.
comes with way more.
What?
Oh, I was to say Deluxe. Did you say you're getting him?
Oh no, probably not. I don't know. I didn't get the Optimus Prime from that, so I don't know.
And
It's a maybe. It's a maybe.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, T.
No, you didn't cut me off.
He did.
Yeah.
I like the Optimus. If you don't have the Optimus, he's good for Power to Primes.
Yeah,
Powder Prime.
I think he's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I mean, at a blink, he looks a little MP10ish, and then they're saying same. I mean, obviously the differences, but first glance, there's a lot of similarities between the two. So
That and his
I think it looks good.
articulation.
But
I like that the Nemesis Prime comes with all those extra accessories and like a mini car.
different
Yeah.
head sculpts too, right? On both.
Yeah.
Yeah, his face looks like the Decepticon symbol.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he's only $50.
Yeah, he's $50.
Wow. I wonder what. Man, they had a bunch of stuff and new head sculpts and still $50. Oh, I might get him. I don't know. Let's see. Where's he at, on Amazon?
Yeah, he's an Amazon exclusive.
Huh. Okay.
The page is up, but it's not. It went live for a while, but I think they took it down again. So
Yeah. They screwed up and had him up like for order, and a few people got him. Like Pia got him. Max from our area and the DMV groups, he got him. And the impressions are he's really nice. I want him for the swords and the birds. I know a lot of people are talking about giving that one red sword to Grimlock. I think Pia said
Oh,
that in
that'd
his
be
review.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has more than one bird.
passed.
Oh, actually, I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, what?
He only has one bird. The one bird that turns into the gray sword. But
Can you flip the bird?
you can flip the bird.
So Matt,
I've-
he's listed, but he's out of stock. But you can still order him. So I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if you're interested.
I've passed on that Prime so many times. He's at Target right now. I don't know. I've passed on that Rodimus too, and I don't know.
Rodimus is fun.
Nah.
He's a lot of fun.
So do
passed
we-
His
on Rodimus.
crotches and arms.
Is there any other topics you guys want to discuss before we jump into some of these reveals? These TFcon
You
reveals?
want to get through any of the?
Oh, there's too many. We got to get into
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I want to.
We'll save some of them for the next show. I think because the Moss Toys crowdfunding stuff can be a
No,
Well,
I
we'll
guess
have an
we should-
answer to that by then too, whether
Yeah.
or not it made it.
yeah we
We
yeah.
should
Right,
probably
right
do
now-
the-
Go
I
ahead.
think it's
the
at
list-
75%.
They're 79% right now.
79%.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
I think
That's
the
good.
TFcon stuff had a little bit of a
A bump.
bump. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think they added a day too, because now it ends on the 16th. I swear I thought it was the 15th before on Sunday, but they bumped it again.
BBTS put a lot of. They were down. They were only like at 30% at one time. I think BBTS bought a bunch of stock and jumped them up to a big thing. That's why they're on their site on their pre-orders.
I don't. I see. Maybe we shouldn't get into this chat, but I don't know if that was a good move or not.
Yeah. I think we make that make it a topic
Yeah.
for next time because we've got a lot to cover
Put a
with
pin in that, yeah.
TFcon. So, for anybody that's unaware, TFcon Toronto is going on this weekend, and there was a lot of exciting stuff to come out of it. Like they dropped a ton of stuff and a lot of really exciting reveals. So I know in our first notes, the Fans Hobby Red Dragon looks like that's getting like a regular. I thought that already had a regular retail release.
I didn't follow that one. So I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know. I definitely saw a lot of pictures of it.
Yeah, because I know it got like an early exclusive release where it just came in a brown chipper, and and I guess this is a full retail release. I mean, personally, for me, I think it's the least exciting of any of the Transmetal Megatron options. I know it kind of fills the void for anybody that wanted the Gigatron repaint into Transmetal 2 Megatron, but I think the thing that kills it for me is it's not a six changer. It's just a double dealer repaint or double cross repaint.
Yeah, they should have. If you're gonna do it properly.
I thought that was out already.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was out, but they kind of had it in as a.
I think they're riding on that Beast Wars Megatron tail and trying to get more attention to the product.
Yeah, him I wasn't impressed by, especially since they're going to make a Transmetal 2 Megatron. Two companies are making that.
Yeah. Well, keeping it going, Make Toys had some interesting. I'd say an interesting reveal. I mean, the G2 repaint of Jazz was released at the show.
I got one sorted.
I
just paid for mine.
I got one as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, nice.
How much were those running at the show? Do you guys know?
110.
100.
110.
Yeah.
Whoa, you paid 110. 110 American.
110 American, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. It was 140 Canadian.
Yeah. So I gotta unless I got a hookup there. Greg and Oscar hooked me up, so shout out to them.
Oh, that conversion works. 110 to 140. So
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they finally showed off another Cross Dimensions product.
Oh, this one's got me excited.
So.
Oh, you like that?
Oh yeah. Oh, I like it.
I mean, I'm kind of like, about it. I will probably get it because, I've loved all the Cross Dimension stuff so far. What really is appealing? It's the Skyfire. What are they calling it? Buster Skywing.
Oh, you're talking about the Skyfire?
Yeah.
That too. That was revealed last year, but they had the prototype in house today.
Yeah.
Of what?
So, I think it's modeled after a Quinjet. It's modeled after a Marvel movies Quinjet. If you didn't, pull up two pictures of them side by side and you'll see.
Oh, so it is.
No, not at all.
And that makes it just that much more exciting.
Yeah.
Deluxe, you say you didn't know what that was?
What was
His
it?
internet dropped out. We can't hear you, Deluxe.
Sorry. Which one? What are we talking about now? I'm sorry.
The make toys. Hi, welcome to Figure Action. No, the Make Toys, the Cross Dimensions Jetfire.
The Cross Dimension Jetfire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's modeled after a Marvel Quinjet from the movies. A Shield Quinjet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Looking. Oh, yeah. That looks like definitely in the Captain America movies.
Yes.
And stuff.
Now the bot looks like he's definitely got some beefy limbs, but I think a lot of that is extra armor that can probably be removed. That's just conjecture on my part, but it looks that way.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't. Are they known for? They're not known for parts forming though.
No, not at all.
They're not. No.
So,
but
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know about that.
And then they had the same promo shots of their Rioter Galactatron or their Galvatron. He looks good too. I mean, I'm pretty much in for most of these guys, but the one I was really excited about was this was the first time we've seen a Cross Dimensions hot rod.
Yeah.
And that thing looks sweet, man. I don't even need to see the alt mode. Like, I'm in. It looks good.
The Galvatron and Hot Rod go good together. That Hot Rod, I mean, the Galvatron is really beefy and looks really menacing.
Yeah.
That came out. We saw that. We've seen that a while back, didn't we?
Yeah, it was the TFcon last year.
Yeah.
I don't think last year.
I haven't seen the Hot Rod.
It's I'll link you to it. He looks good. There's no pictures of an alt mode yet, but he looks really good. With Galvatron last year, I don't think that they showed off
the alt mode. No.
Well, yeah, they didn't show off the alt mode, and then they also didn't show that the swords kind of slide into the cannon.
The back of the space dick mode.
Space dick.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
I love space dick.
And that would make Adrian chime in.
I thought we seen the alt mode for Galvatron. They just released it
Yeah,
recently,
they
didn't
showed it. I want to say it's earlier this year, but when the thing was originally released
Yeah.
during the
Okay.
third-party slides, it was just the one that bought
Oh
me.
yeah, they released it at over the overseas venture thing. Yeah.
And the
And
Make
Alright.
Toys
I'm in
also
on
released. Let me see.
Brainstorm.
It had a headmaster.
Brainstorm.
Yeah, Brainstorm.
Oh, that looks beautiful. I'm excited for that. I'm ready to finish the Headmasters, and then Fans Toys to finish the Decepticons. That'll be good.
Are you going to get all the head
Oh,
masters?
definitely all the head. Definitely all the head. I love Headmasters. I love gimmicks like that. I don't know if we're going to talk about it. I don't know if they showed them, but if y'all seen the new Pretenders from a new guy, I don't know who it was, but they look beautiful. I'm so excited for those. Oh, that
Was it a 3D
Octopunch.
CAD? Was it like just a CAD
Yes.
render of it? Yes, I did see that.
Mhm.
They're
Oh,
1/6
they're
scale.
so. I don't care. I want them to be.
No,
They
I
should
think
be
that's
big. That's
good. I think-
Pretenders. Yeah.
No, I'm
No,
in
yeah,
on
it's
it. I
perfect
think that's
size.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how
perfect
they
size
should
because
have
they have a
been,
little
because-
robot inside.
Between
You know, so
Starscream and
That's correct.
Grimlock, those are. Yeah, I'd be in for a few of those.
dude, the Octopunch and the what's the skull, the orange bludgeon.
Bludgeon,
Oh,
yeah.
they look so good. They look. I'm excited for those. I would support that if they get made. I'm all in for that.
Oh, what I couldn't tell from those pictures, where the Pretender inside, were they really tiny? It looked like it was like a little hole in the back.
I mean, if they're 1/6 scale, they could probably put a chug
little
figure
bit.
in there. Chug scale.
That's fine. Oh, that'd be definitely the more big enough. That's fine. I
You
wouldn't
mean
mind
the deluxe?
a deluxe and a legend. I
They
wouldn't
should
mind that.
just like make a Turducken out of it.
Exactly.
Uh,
So what else? What we talking about? Make
Is there any
toys.
other
What else they
chugs
put?
I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's it. We're up to DX9, which is Dutch, which we've already seen.
Yeah.
Snapdragon, 8-face, and Highbrow. I feel like I've seen all of these.
Yeah, those are all out.
Yeah, they've been.
I think
What
I
about
think our
Iron
notes just came from
Factory?
what
We've
was out
seen
on
all
the
that.
floor.
IF.
We got.
Iron
Yeah,
Factory.
let's skip to IF real quick. They've got some
Yeah.
interesting stuff.
The first four we've seen.
Yeah,
So,
but they have a recolor of Brutus coming. It's a ruination
Baldigus. Yeah,
Ruination,
Ruinous
yeah.
Baldigus.
Okay, that's
catastrophe.
I wonder if that'll be a
Uh,
box set right off the bat.
Should be.
I was talking to somebody, and they said, they said if it was a box set, that they'd probably be in on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I would be too.
So they released the pictures of this amethyst, this purple seeker. Is this one of the Rainmakers? Is that what this is supposed to be? Because I figured that would just be a box set if they were doing the Rainmakers.
You would think that with a yellow or a green one, maybe a Sunstorm and I think it was yellow, green, and purple was on the first.
Yeah, that were on Cybertron when
Yeah.
Wheeljack and Bumblebee were stealing. No, that's the wrong ones. I'm thinking it's the one on when they go back to Cybertron to get the piece for Optimus to fix it.
Oh, okay. Right, you're correct. Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
it's a purple.
they're not all fans, these companies. They just got to get the money out of the mold sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could also be a background seeker too. Actually, now that I'm looking at it,
Yeah, there were-
We've already got a Sunstorm, so they just need a purple and a green one.
Oh, you gotta
And I
remember
think they did that. They're doing an Acid Storm, so I guess that could kind of count for that.
They did come out with those official ones, like from BotCon, Bitstream and Hotlink.
yes.
And I would think, if anything, they're just supposed to be the background seekers. I mean, if you think about it, Sunstorm and Acid Storm were the first two background seekers to get names.
Yeah,
That's
right.
true.
You know.
I'm in on them. I love the Seekers. And we
And
also
then
got the
Good.
DJD
Okay.
stuff.
I'm excited
yeah,
for
I'm
those.
I
I'm
that,
excited for those.
yeah, I'm in for those.
So let me tell you about those real quick. I was flipping through the pictures earlier when these things came out. I skimmed over pictures of the Iron Factory DJD. They look so good. I thought it was MMC's guys in full color. I'm like,
Wow.
oh look, it's MMC's. All the DJD from MMC are here. And then I click back. I'm like, holy shit, these are the Legends guys, and these are amazing.
And they
These are
combine,
amazing.
apparently.
Yeah.
I don't care about the combining. I'm going to display them separately, but they're fucking cool.
Yeah. I think the fact that they combine is kind of the icing on the cake because there's really no reason for them to do so, let alone for
Right.
the combine mode to look that good.
As long
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
individual figures don't suffer because of the combining gimmick, I don't care. That's fine. You
Yeah.
know.
I think they would have sold just fine without them combining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
exactly. You
so
sold it.
combining is a plus, for it. So
Yeah, I don't. As far as I know, and I'm a bit of a DJD fan, I've never seen them combine in any fiction.
They don't.
Yeah, so I hope, like Partsformer said, that it doesn't. You don't get like combiner ports hanging out the back or a hole
it didn't
somewhere
look like
for
it.
it.
They look pretty clean.
They do. Yeah.
But they're so tiny. Where are they going to fit that shit?
If it all parts forms, then that's fine by me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I'll be fine with that too. I mean, Bruticus has a little parts forming.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of
Fine with that.
Bruticus, Blitzkrieg, Zeta Toys released their Blitzkrieg, which is their onslaught, as well as their Silver Arrow. So we are going to get Superior, hopefully, by the end of
Oh
the
yeah, they already released 2 of the bots. They showed all 3 of them. They're kind of blurry, but they'll be coming out. Yeah, they have to. They started the first 2.
According to Taobao, we're supposed to get Onslaught within a month.
Yeah, I think early August actually, to be on August 3rd or something.
Yeah, like
give
2-3 weeks we should have him.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I'll finish him off.
Oh, I'm going to finish him off twice.
I've been tempted to go in on the Zeta stuff. I'm waiting to see how the whole combined. I mean, I've got the aerial
Dude,
bots.
just do it.
I've got
Just
the aerial
do it.
bots.
They're so nice.
But
They're
the
Don't expect the alt mode. Don't If you're getting for the alt mode, don't do it.
No.
I mean, not the alt mode. I'm sorry,
robot
the
mode.
robot.
They're
Robot
horrible.
mode. The alt mode and combine mode are going to be solid. They're,
'Cause-
Oh,
they're
so
really
nice.
solid.
I've
I
got
agree with
the.
that.
You
Robot
want
mode
them
sucks.
I like
They
the
got too
aerial
much going
bots.
on for
I like the
robot
aerial
mode.
bots, and they're fun to transform. But I've heard like with the Combaticons that there's some challenges. I've heard from a lot.
Blast off and Vortex.
Yeah.
There's got shit hanging from the sides and everything.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
treads.
horrible.
On,
Spindle, the treads on
Brawl.
well, they're garbage. They're trash. But I mean, when you put them in the combined mode, it is so tight. I mean, it's going to be a beast. I'm excited to finish it.
Hmm. What's
What else we got? What we got? TFC Toys. They're still around.
Yeah, they
Uh,
had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people are actually, are in on this Rolling Thunder, because it's a mix between G.I. Joe and Transformers. And I mean, it looks fine. I mean, they said it's really beefy. It's got some really nice die cast to it. So a lot of people are in for the one.
He's got that powered up mode
so.
too, which I think looks really cool.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I saw this maybe at a con or something, I might pick it up.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
It just all looks dated to me.
It looks dated, but it
TFC.
looks fun. Like he looks straightforward, and he looks like he'll at least have a presence on the shelf. I plan on getting the regular colored one, and I'll put him with my primes.
I feel like in 10 years from now, everyone's going to want these because they'll have a retro vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they're too late to the game, but what they are representing, that old sort of style, they do it really well.
they'll like age in an odd way where.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
I will get the green one if I got it. Is he green in the comic?
Nah, he's regular. I thought he was red and blue. I mean, the green one's different.
Offhand.
Yeah, ultimately, I'm just talking. I wouldn't buy it. There's too much other stuff that I need to get first.
Oh, man, come on now. No. They got the Poseidon unactive version. This is the black repaint. It's only 100 pieces. So if you really want this, I don't have the original Piranha. TFC, I've sold all my TFC combiners. They just didn't hold up. So I had the Superior on.
They look like a prototype.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
But it's a straight black repaint.
Yeah.
They're not cheap either.
They got purple in there too. Yeah, I wonder how much this is gonna. Have they gave prices of what the? Is it gonna be a box set, or are they doing? I think it's a box set. Like they did with
if they're doing 100 pieces, I would think that they. I mean,
whole lot.
yeah. I mean, if you had him next to Nero Rex, I think he might look cool.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I have Nero. But I just don't see me getting a TFC combiner again. I just don't think they've held up real well.
Yeah.
My Superion was just floppy as. Yeah, I think I had what other combiners they had. I skipped on Defensor, and they had who else did they have? Predaking. I skipped on Predaking. I don't know. They just didn't look good. Yeah, whatever.
I
Can
don't
we
think they're-
talk about what Toy World's doing for a second with their new designers and shit? Have you guys been following this?
I have.
Yeah, from Black Mamba.
I have
Well,
not.
first let's say SND. Their upgrades for Optimus Prime that turns into Nova Prime. That looks pretty good. No, I'm gonna be honest. It looks pretty good. That makes that Combiner Wars Optimus Prime look really sweet.
I might do it. I've just got him like collecting dust in a box. So
Going for a pretty penny now. I think it's at least $100. I think. For
yeah,
him.
I know, and loose at that.
Yeah, you're loose.
I am
Um,
loose.
It's just little jazz from Toy World.
Well, like what Adrian is saying, I think some of the designers from Black Mamba, or they bought some designs or something, or that came over to Toy World, so they're releasing them.
Well,
I
they
think.
basically, their previous designers were the guys who were Zeta, and Zeta left, and then they didn't do anything but recolor their constructor for ages, and now
Right.
they're kind of making all these, they're putting out all these images of working prototypes, but
Mhm.
it's like chalk and cheese.
Fresh.
It's like a new company with the same name.
Galvatron and getting my belly. Oof, that bro.
Oh, dude, I think it's all fucking.
The
trash.
Galvatron
He
looks
didn't
like
get
he was in a
chest
car
hair.
accident and he's wearing a neck brace.
It's so bad.
I don't know.
He's
But
Megatron.
Once he heals up, he'll look better.
Yeah.
this guy got stung by 1,000 bees or something because he didn't miss eating day. I know that.
We should just spend the rest of the show roasting this Galvatron.
Nope,
Wait,
somebody
is it-
out there likes it, so you know what? Good for them. Good
Is
for
it
them.
Master
fine.
Scale or Voyager classes?
They're masterpiece scale.
Oh yes.
But I mean, my thing is like with Sovereign and even like the DX9 offering out there, it's like you gotta bring like an A game if you're gonna do a Galvatron.
Absolutely.
You gotta
Yeah.
do
If you're going
something.
to copy, if you're going to bring out something that's already got a representation by a really good named third party company, you got to bring everything. Like, fuck, why aren't these guys filling gaps? If you've got new designers, you're unsure, you're back in the game, you're in sort of cloudy water like they are, fill some gaps and guarantee some sales. They're
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
You finish some. Start a Predaking or something. Start a
Yeah,
Piranacon.
exactly.
Your
Or
combiners.
even do
I mean,
that punch, counter punch, whatever.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
something.
Constructor is a beautiful figure. I mean, go off on that. I mean,
I so bad want a third party punch counter.
But that was Zeta. Zeta did that.
A lot of people want punch counter punch.
that's true.
That's why that
I,
Prime Wars trilogy one
I mean,
scratches an itch.
Yep, that thing
You
got
got-
sell like crazy.
Yeah, well,
you got cheaper options on that. The Titan Returns Galvatron looks better than this Galvatron. I think. I mean, it's
it
not
does.
saying much.
It
Even
does. I'll
the,
agree
even
with
the
that.
open and play one looks better than this, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say that one play that had the Springer, in the bag. That looks better than this Galvatron. I don't know.
It's a
I like the
stupid
thigh
looking
high
thing.
boots.
Yeah. And look at his little thighs. His thighs are like pins and then adjoin into a keg. He's Mr. Potato Head.
Yes. I will say, like, and the face sculpt looks really flat. He looks like an animation error from season 3.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And you know
like
what?
that
though?
one cell where the guy had to take a piss.
What was it? What's the company that sells the logos or the insignias?
Oh, repro labels.
Repro labels. They sell animation error insignias too. You could buy a pack of those and plop those some bitches right on this thing, and you'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost worth doing it and like fucking up. I hope they do a really grey, shitty shade of purple and make him a real animation error like grey.
There's like some big
And-
hollow spots on his cannon mode too.
So they're also doing, which I don't know why they're doing for Combiner Wars, which is fine. If that's what you want to update your Combiner War stuff, you win. But for me, I don't want to pay another $50-$60 just to upgrade my Stunticons, which I don't have anymore anyway because I sold them. And I still have Bruticus, but I don't think Bruticus is fine. Bruticus and Superion were my favorite Combiner Wars.
Yeah.
But I
You're going
don't
to pay
really
more
want
than $50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's sitting at probably 60 to $80 for a
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
onslaught. I don't really want to upgrade my Combiner War stuff. I'm fine. I'm moved past that. That's 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
come on
I
now.
don't know what these guys
I'm
are
where
doing.
you are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't feel like upgrading them anymore.
I'd be cool with a
I
whole
don't want.
new chug scale, but like, why like do the Combiner Wars? I mean, why not give us like the IDW stuff? Like, give MMC a little bit more competition. I mean, you could, I
Yeah,
guess, do that with this, but
It doesn't look like IDW. It looks
no.
dated as fuck.
yeah, it looks
Let's
small
move on to
too.
Magic Square. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, let's talk about some fun Legends designs, because
Magic Square looks good. I'm fixing to order the Grapple and Inferno. Robert D says they're really, really good, and I'm gonna have to order them. And
yeah,
these look really nice. Everything they got coming out looks pretty good.
I watched Bobby's review of them. They look like they're really fun. They kind of like, after messing with this Bumblebee, I'm like, man, those would kind of like, they look like they'd scratch the same itch. Like, they got some cool stuff going on with the
Yeah.
engineering, and
Mhm.
nice paint and articulation is there. They look like miniature
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
So
They
I've
do.
got a little bit of background on these guys.
All right, please tell us.
So the company who is Magic Square, they're renting machine space, but they're actually a Taobao store called Toy Zone, and they're one of the most prominent Taobao stores for Transformers. They were one of the first, and they'll be one of the last. They're a great seller. I buy most of my stuff from them, and I'm pretty
Should have
friendly with.
stocking Taobao.
I should. I have. Well, I mean, it's closer. China's closer to me than
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I don't know. That's understandable. Yeah.
But anyway, they're really nice people. And about, I think it was mid to late April, they sent me pics of these two, the two trucks, and I sent them on to Bobby and sent them Bobby's email and tried to get that rolling. Tried to get them to send him a sample. I don't know if that worked out or not. I have no contact after that, but probably not. I don't know.
Well, he said
But
in his review like they didn't
He
want to give
tried.
the name, so who knows?
I don't think it was. I don't know. Anyway, but I tried. But these guys are not. The point of the conversation is they're not KFC, like everyone's saying they could be. They're a new entity. I don't know who's making their stuff, but the people behind it are really solid, and they are fans. They're real fans.
That's
So
good.
I'm happy. Yeah.
They look good.
Look like
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to order the Grapple and Inferno.
And
I like
stories like that make me want to support this too.
Yeah.
They're good dudes. They're like, you order something from them and they say it's coming July, and you order it in February or whatever, you pre-order, and July rolls, end of June rolls around, and they know they're not going to make their estimated date. They'll send you an email with an offer for a refund and 10% off or whatever. They're good.
That's
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, good
It's
on
all
them.
for Magnus.
I'll buy their
Nice.
stuff. Yeah, they're all their stuff. The
that
Beachcomber looks good.
I'm going to get all of it. I'm getting back into
Offer.
Legends
Red
after
Alert.
this shit.
Sideswipe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I
I
hope
was
they
just
do
looking at that. Look at
Decepticons.
that, man. That sideswipe looks money.
it looks like
Yeah,
he has
doesn't
an ab
it?
crunch.
That Magnus looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
it could be MP scaled. It's so good.
Huffer has ab crunch. That's crazy.
I wonder if they're going to do Decepticons. I think they showed us Cyclonus, didn't they? Yeah, Cyclonus.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
I'll say the list.
Yeah.
So if they start doing some Decepticons, man, that'd be pretty cool.
That
Pretty
Cyclonus
cool.
is money too. It looks like a mini version of the Fans Toys one.
Yeah, good on them, man. All right, what do we got next? X-Transbots.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
I'm happy about these
Dude.
guys too. They're on
If
the
I
up
can
and
see
up.
I want that sea spray, man. I need a sea spray, and I want him out. I want skids. I want all the Constructicons. I want
I'm
some
getting
more
everything
X-Transbots.
on that list.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
drinking their
retiring
Toaster.
my Fans Toys Sea Spray for the X-Transbots one. That's just no.
I'm drinking their bathwater.
And that's the title of the show.
Hey,
Yeah.
There
I'm
it is.
Transbots trained right now. They are. If they start putting out, if they keep on putting out stuff like they're doing now, I'm an X-Transbots fan. Let's go.
Yeah,
I've been a fan of
Yeah.
them for a while, to be honest with you. Like, I've always
even
like,
KFC.
yeah, KFC as well. Like, I think ever since I got Simba, I was like, there's so much potential for this company. And then they came out like immediately with the Wreck Gar and Junk Heap, and I was like,
I
at
love
that point,
those
that was like they're coming up. They're doing it.
Dude, they're doing more of them. They've released photos of
Yeah.
4 more characters.
4 more coming. Yeah.
Which
What are
annoys
they
me
gonna-
because I bought 4 of the original 2. Oh, sorry, 6. 4. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got 6.
Honey
3 each of
birds!
the original 2. Fuck off! I got them cheap.
Fuck off.
Where did you get them cheap through?
Taobao, man.
Of
I've got to get on that RMB, baby.
But yeah, it's fun.
Are
Look
they
good.
to Australia or are they cheap everywhere?
They're
cheap
cheap in
everywhere.
China.
Yeah. You just gotta you gotta worry about the shipping. Like you're gonna get slow shipping to the States.
Adrian, just drop T-Man's name to them, man. He'll get stuff for free, man. Just go ahead and
Yeah.
drop
Yeah,
that.
I'll just tell them about the Canadian T-Man Con. Tell them
T-Man.
I'm excited for their Constructicons. They look really good. I know they were held up by rubber bands, but they're
Wait, they're doing
you know,
Constructicons?
No, he means
Say that.
Stunticons. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stunticons. I
Oh,
apologize, not Constructicons.
Stunticons. Yeah, I'm
I
getting
I
Scrolling
was wondering
through
what these
pictures,
rubber
like,
bands
what?
are about. What are these
No,
rubber
that's
bands
rubber
about?
bands.
They're fairly new, so I understand. A lot of people were giving a little shit about it. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, they're still months away from them, so we'll get their Wild Rider soon, and I'm excited for that.
This Dead End and drag strip looks really nice.
They
Rubber bands
do.
and all.
They do.
Yeah.
Look.
Exactly.
It's
They
that
look-
paint. That metallic paint.
But
Yeah.
drag
Yeah, they
strip
go to
looks
town
so
on the paint.
dynamic.
What's that,
I
T-Man?
said drag strip looks so dynamic.
Yeah.
He might be the best one out of all of them, to be
Yeah.
honest. We'll see. I'm excited. I hope they put out some more stuff.
They've actually brought the size down. I'm noticing on some of the, to mention Taobao again, on some of the ads, it used to say 49 centimeters. Now it's saying 45. The overall combined size.
Oh, for Minnesota?
Yeah,
That's fine.
because I think they
don't-
were taking. I think they were taking a horns measurement before, and now they're taking a head measurement. That's what my theory is.
To be perfectly
okay.
honest, like, I don't even know that I want them combined because I've only got Breakdown on the shelf right now, but I like the way he looks just standing there.
Yeah, I'm not combining mine either. I'm getting the whole team, and then maybe I'll get a fans toys if the combined mode turns out. But I'm going to be late to that game.
Yeah.
That's a good way. I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Um,
know.
I think their cup looks better than Fans Toys. Speaking of which, those.
What, they got Cup and Springer coming out
Yeah,
still?
I think the Fans Toy Springer still looks better. Like I
I don't
Yeah.
like this.
They have pictures
So
of
are
Cup.
they got renders of their Springer, but they've
Yeah.
had the cup in the works for a while. He still renders, but even before the Fans Toys showed off theirs, they had something. Now, it doesn't look like he's going to be a pain in the ass to transform. It looks like all of his engineering's in his legs.
And he looks
He's,
clean. Both
yeah.
modes look clean.
Yeah, they do.
They've got a
Looks like-
re-release. Keep in mind, KFC and X Transbots are relatively basically the same company,
Yeah.
and they've announced 6 re-releases within 2018, along with all these new bots. So I would think their renders are going to wait. Like they're
Possible.
re-releasing Blaster, they're re-releasing everything.
Yeah.
I'll-
Yeah, we'll see. That's cool. All right, what we got next? Fans
Doing
toys.
Oh wait, we got the.
Oh, sorry, what are we gonna talk about,
I
man?
was gonna say one thing too. They revealed the Dreadwind and Darkwing too. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Was it extra spots?
they're part of the heavy metal. It's KFC. It's KFC.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't think that's
Okay.
extra spots. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think we saw those. I think they released those last year at TFcon, I think. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. If you, I mean, I'll probably be in on those. I like the Dreadwind and Dreadwing or whatever.
Let's touch on MMC real quick before we get to Fans Toys.
Yeah.
You guys see the 3D printed versions of their DJD guys? They had them in house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you can scroll down on our document. I just added them all.
Okay.
nickel.
Oh yeah,
Totally
nickel
right.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Forgot.
they got the pet.
Yeah. Well, we
And
saw the
I-
pet
Yeah,
at TFcon
those
last
are
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pet's been
Window
around a
looks.
while. I'll tell you
That
what, their
was-
Vortex looks amazing.
Oh, the
MP.
Circus.
Yeah.
The DJG guy, he looks. He was next to Tarn, and he's a big boy.
I'm a little scared how much that's going to cost, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that'd be
I,
plus.
I mean, if you think about it, like when they go up in size, like on it, like Matt, do you have a parts former? Do you have their Overlord?
I
I
do.
do.
I do have
Because
Carnifex.
Carnifex wasn't that expensive, and
No, what was he? 150? That wasn't
Yeah.
too bad.
No,
You're right. You're right.
He's closer to 200, isn't he?
Is he?
I got him for like 150, 160. I mean, it probably varies from retailer to retailer,
Yeah.
and if
yeah.
you got him through a group buy versus whether you got
He's
him in a store.
gorgeous.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He's got a high parts count. He's hefty.
Oh, 184. That big bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of my. I'd say he's probably my favorite reformatted figure.
And they never repainted him either. Knock on wood.
Eh,
Yeah.
he jinxed it.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
that's coming now.
just saying that's one of the things about MMC. You know, that's one of their biggest complaints is how repaint happy they are. I mean, for Christ's sake, I own four different versions of the Calidus, 5 counting Nitro.
But that's the point, isn't it? You bought them all. I mean, people must be buying them or they wouldn't do them.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
I also really like the Calidus mole.
Somebody somewhere is buying that shit up. I mean, that's just the way they do business. And if that helps pay for these figures to come out, then so be it. You know?
Oh, absolutely. And if they're going to do stuff like they're showing Diatlas, which I'm assuming they'll finally bring out a Star Saber, but then there's another. Yeah, I think they could retool that into Star Saber.
But there's nothing wrong with the Fans Project Atlas. I think that's a good.
But
what
it's
I've
the
got.
availability of it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
where can I get the Fans Project Diatlas right now? You know, for a good
That's
price.
true. Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
firsthand.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like they haven't stopped with the remolds. It's like, you know, it's like they're finally doing a roller, and again, it's another heavy retool of Tarn.
But that makes sense at least. I think
It
that
does.
looks like roller.
Oh, I'm in
Well, it
for
was
that.
supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did look a lot alike. I mean, that was the whole. Everyone
The whole
thought that
thing,
he was
yeah.
gonna be. Tarn was gonna be roller.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in for that. But I'm just saying they're still getting their retools in. Because I think with the biggest thing is, like, with the
You're a
DJD,
retool.
I am a retool.
Go on.
Moving along.
So, next we got. We still talking about MMC?
Yeah,
They
well,
got some-
there's still a little bit
They
more.
had
to talk about.
Skylink.
They got the
I'm
Skylink.
excited for Scott. Kind of
That
upset he's gonna be,
Skylink looks good.
you know, he's Chuck scale, but that's fine. I like Chuck, so I'm fine with it. A lot of people are upset, but I do really want a MP scaled Skylinks.
I'm willing to bet
So-
he's going to start a wave of them.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
he will.
That's
He
how
will.
it goes.
He will.
Guzzle.
I'd love for Zeta. I would love Zeta toys to make a Skylinks.
No,
Come
they
on,
won't
man.
nail the sculpt. It'll be well
Yeah,
made.
I
It'll
think
be
so.
solid, but the sculpt won't be
Hell
right.
yeah.
We-
Sculpt.
There was a what's the name of that company? Gigapower was doing a Skylynx, and I'm surprised they're not showing anything here.
I would take that one too.
They just
I'll
showed their
take a
Grimlock.
Gigapower.
Yeah,
They're well made. Gigapower's well made.
They can't put out anything like every 5 months. It's weird.
Well, I don't think they've got much money behind them.
Oh, well, that's fine. I apologize. I'm sorry, Adrian. But yeah, the Skylinks looks good. I liked it. I'm in on it. You know, I like some Skylinks. So
Are there any
we'll see.
comparison shots with that Skylinks?
Don't think. I think the only thing we saw was it was on the little stand.
Yeah, it was by
I don't
itself
think
on
they
the
put.
table.
There's
Yeah, I
about
don't-
5
don't-
photos of it on our sheet.
Yeah, so I don't see anything next to it. So I mean, it may be. You know, it might could scale with the Predaking from MMC or not MMC Make Toys. It might could scale with that. I don't know. We'll see.
But you know, the MMC scale is kind of it is kind of ambiguous. They're their own scale. They could kind of gray fuzzy area go with masterpiece size. You know,
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
far off Masterpiece.
I did not mean to say Make Toys. I apologize. It's MMC Predaking. I apologize for that.
But they're
We knew what you were
like Partsformer said, they're not far off. Like they are chug technically, but yeah, you could stick it in.
Stick
I mean,
it
the styling, yeah, stick it in. The styling is definitely robots in disguise. It's not It's not a
Well,
G1 styling.
You mean stick it in where?
In an MP, like you could hide it in the back of an MP scene.
Their aesthetics are not spot on, but no,
Yeah, the aesthetics
size
are wrong.
wise,
I don't think you could compromise now with the especially constructor out now. I don't know, man. He needs to be as big as now. If you did it with like maybe the TFC stuff and some of that,
Well, hang on.
um, uh, Abominus, maybe. I don't not what what Fans Toys is going for and DX9 and what Zeta Toys.
But
I
he's
mean,
not like when you look at him. Don't like stop thinking about him as a combiner. And like in the show, he would stand next to the Dinobots. Like that episode, they thought one of the Dinobots was up to mischief, so they interrogated them all. He was the same size as the Dinobots, not much bigger.
That's fine, but I see Predaking as being one of the bigger combiners with a construct with a Devastator. I think him and Devastator should be neck and neck. I think.
Yeah.
That's just
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that because I remember when I originally had, I still have Feral Rex, and Feral Rex moved over to my IDW stuff. But I remember when I got, the Devastator, and I was like, now he like makes Predaking look teeny tiny, and it's,
he does. Well, I'd say he messes. I mean, he meshes in with a lot of other stuff. Like I said, TFC, the Unique Toys Abominus, all those combiners. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
But with the new scale going, with Zeta, with their Bruticus, and you got the DX9, Minosaur, and you got the Constructor, he just doesn't fit in. That's just me. I mean, he may fit with it, but that's fine. But in my eyes, he does not. He doesn't scale well with those.
Fair enough.
We'll see. So
no, I agree.
it's your
I
display.
just thought about
Everybody
having him
put their display together.
I just thought having him in a scene with other MP scale bots, you might be able to get away with it.
You can.
If he's in the
Hey,
background.
whatever makes you happy, fella.
You make me happy.
I knew he was going to say that.
All right. What else we got next? What we got?
That
We got-
RC.
No.
Oh,
yeah, they're
Yeah, there's
RC?
the MMC RC. Wow, that rolls off the
Pepto Bismol RC.
Yeah.
Pepto-Bismol
It's
RC.
really pink.
But
She has a waist
man,
joint, though.
She is pank.
yeah,
She is Hank. Yeah, she does. She does have the waist. That's good. That's a waist movement. That's good. I don't know. I mean, I gave so much shit about Fans Toys, and she is still a shit toy, but she looks fine. I mean, against the movie stuff, she's fine. And I don't know if I really need another RC. I may still check it out, but I'm fine with my Fans Toy one, even when I broke her.
I'm not slopping. The renders look better than the real thing. Like in that alt mode, you can see the thighs going under the rear fenders.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that could be a prototype though, because it's all
Yeah.
solid pink and there's no windshield. And if you look to the left of it, there's a Mirage, and either that's supposed to be a Toon Deco or that's a prototype.
Yeah. Launch Plus. That's their.
No, that's their new Toon Deco.
They're doing a Toon Deco. Yeah, well.
I think RC is too short too. She's going to be way smaller than Hot Rod. Looking at since she's the same height as
Yeah, but
Mirage.
it's good to have options there for people that are trying to keep in scale with the the masterpiece hot rod. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, we'll
He's
see what.
taller than,
Speaking of which,
Mirage.
Hoodlum.
Yeah, it looks like Fans Toys. Let's move it on there. Like, I think the demand for that hot rod was so high that they realized that they were kind of and the recent trend of releasing figures like Meteor and Recon and Steamroll, that are existing released figures. I think they've realized that there's a market for it. Plus, they can get their repaints out of it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm buying the fuck out of that. That's my
Yeah,
most
he looks
anticipated
sexy.
figure.
So T and I were talking about who.
Really?
T, tell them what you saw that you're not
I
happy
hate
with.
MP28.
Painter.
Crotch skirt. Crotch skirt.
Oh,
Wait, I got
Crosser?
distracted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got distracted because I just seen Machine Robo's Turbo. But let's get back to Hoodlum. He has a crotch skirt.
He does, and I was
Here's a
trying to
what?
talk him out of it, but it's there, man. Like, if you're on
Wait, what is it?
if you're on this full slide listing on TFW, it's slide 314. You can actually see his legs up, and the whole crotch skirt is pulled out just a little bit.
no.
Oh no!
I
It's
mean,
where he's posing with Cup and RC on the rocks on slide 314.
in fairness, though, the official one has it. Not to defend the design choice, but I still think if you're looking for a better hot rod, I still think he's a better option.
I'm buying him anyway. I'm just hoping that he's like maybe quarter of an inch taller than MP28.
He has to
Just
be.
a tiny
He
bit.
is.
So
He's
there's
way
a
taller than I. Well, not way
there's
taller.
a slight
Still taller
comparison
than I.
between him. Go ahead, sorry.
Is there one between MP28 and him?
There's one with MP10 in him, so you can base it off of that.
Oh yeah, he's same height as MP10.
His thighs are die cast. You can see that in the picture where you're looking at him from behind.
Yeah, they're a little orange,
Yeah, the orange.
or they're painting. They're painted.
Well, if
Huh.
you look at that piece behind as well, that piece that folds in as part of the transformation and where the screws go in, compared to the calf muscle
Yeah.
and knee, that's
Right,
die cast
yeah.
into plastic.
It's different. Yeah, you can also just tell the different colors too. You can tell they painted that. It's going to be die cast.
It looks
I
like
One of the feet
the,
are going to be die cast.
the calf might collapse into the shin, too. You might be able to make him shorter if you want.
Probably
So I think
will do that.
who was I think it was talking about Adrian or something. We was talking. Does he extend to become Hot Rod? I'm sorry, Rodimus.
I don't think so. I think that they would do a complete redo before they do that.
Okay.
They do
a
have
look
a
at the
swap out face, though.
Yeah, they do have a swap out face, and that piece under the knee, what the orange piece under the knee that sort of telescopes out of the boot. I think that's going to be adjustable, perhaps.
I don't think I have the same slides you guys have. Mine only go up to 152.
Just
Here,
look
let
in
me-
the Google Doc.
Let's say I can drop the link.
And that photo with Springer facing backwards and RC holding his arm, have a look at his hand that's out to the side. He's got some manky, fucked up hands.
I don't know what manky means, but okay.
I think of the Pokemon Mankey.
Just look at the hands, man. That's some fucking...
Oh, he got
That's
some
some
top rider
broken
hands.
ass
Like,
hands.
it's like, come
Dude,
on, man, do
that's
some
a
individual
bad hand.
fingers.
Seriously, for
Grandma-
such a big character as Hot Rod, fix the fucking hands.
Grandma strong hand,
Yeah.
please. I mean, everybody wants to shit on, MP Hot Rod. I think he's fine, and I've talked with some other people, and he's fine. I mean, I'll probably get this too, but I mean, MP's all right.
No,
Come
he's
on,
not.
man.
He's a good
He's
figure
alright,
that's too
but
small.
I'm getting this fan stories one.
Well, he's supposed to be small. I mean,
I think I'm
No,
getting.
he's hot.
not that small. Not that small.
He's Hot Rod.
I'll still keep him. I'm not going to throw him in the trash, but I'm going to get this as well, and this will replace him in my display.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him like transitioning because I still have MPO9, and you basically like we'll have him opening the Matrix, and then there's 3 of them there to make these grown bigger.
I like like one of those charts for evolution.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can show it before and after pics. So what else we got from fan source? We got new Cyclonus small
Yeah.
pics. He looks like he's almost ready to come out. I'm excited for him. I have,
Oh,
so I'll probably get this one. He'll be one of the his backups, whatever
His
not
quote
suite.
unquote armada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I
that-
can have him for Armada, and I have a clear one too, so I can have 3. And Six Shot looks like
He's got to be out.
I
Like
thought he
any,
was supposed to-
yeah.
but they show some pictures of him, and oh my god, they show some mini bots too.
Warpath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Warpath looks amazing.
Warpath.
I'm getting-
dude.
He's a little skinny for me, just like the Sea Spray, but he looks pretty good. Not gonna lie.
The head sculpt looks. Oh.
Yeah.
And even though he's skinny, it's like the arms look so much better than the Bad Cube, and the legs look. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, you saw some bad Q shit already come up on the Facebook boards.
yeah.
I saw it for $600.
But
They
same
got
as
Beachcomber.
Hot Rod.
Sorry. Yeah, Hot
gonna
Rod.
say-
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say same as Hot Rod though. He's got a full flap on his. He's got a full hip skirt.
I
Why
don't.
do they do that? How hard is it to put 2 extra hinges and some cuts in there? Fucking idiots. It upsets me. How hard is it?
And I'm just seeing
There
that
are
picture of him
birds
beside
under that hit
Optimus.
skirt.
At least one bird, that's
At
for
least
sure.
one bird.
So they also showed a beachcomber and a brawn, I think.
I think his like mid torso. I see like a toilet in there.
But you saw a bunch of X-Trans bought beachcombers go up on sale too, because
I
Fans Toys.
won't replace my beachcomber.
I'm not replacing mine either. That Arcos is awesome.
I will
Yeah,
say
I'm not going to transform him again, but he's awesome.
Yeah, the backpack is fresh.
I'd be interested in their brawn. Like Adrian said earlier, like Brawny has not aged very well, but I'd be interested
No.
in an update on Brawn.
Is it the
So I'm
Arcos
hoping
that comes with the birds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, it comes with a golden hand too,
Yep.
or from the golden good. But I'm happy they're jumping into the mini bots. You know, I don't. Man, I hope they don't do a cliff jumper, man, because I don't know if I want to get rid of it. Transbots one. Toro.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But we'll see.
And then of course there's
They would've
Stunticons.
Yeah, they're starting to con. They show their
How
stuff
much are they doing? They're doing everything.
They're
They
trying
do the
to.
fucking thing, man. They can put it on renders.
I will
They're not-
say
We're going to get 2 bots a year, though.
I like the way the Stunticons work. Like there's got to be some cool engineering going on there to get them to be MP car size and then to be like seeker height in robot mode.
It's pretty neat.
I don't
We'll see.
I
We'll
don't
see
know if
about
that's
it.
actually going to happen, though.
We'll see about
Like
next
they
year,
haven't-
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
true.
It looks like a resin model next to Sideswipe, and if you look at the size of the wheels match up with Masterpiece Sideswipe.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they put out their aerial bots first.
Yeah.
I don't need a Superion. I'm fine with Minosaur. I don't need another Minosaur.
Yeah, like I want the Superion team. Like I want them to be the robots.
I don't have a Superion, MP scale Superion, so I would like somebody to do some protective bots. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
Let's get those
Yeah.
protective bots out.
And Technobots, and
Yep.
maybe like
Bots,
a
yeah.
I want a good Predaking.
Piranacon. God, like an Abominus. There's like that's the thing is like there's still so much that can be
6
done.
Wheelies.
Astro Train.
Yeah.
Even we're not talking combiners. There's still.
There's a lot of shit we need. I don't know why some of these companies just don't go back and go through and say, do we need this? Do we need that? And just put it out instead of going to jump into movie stuff and jumping into further ahead, which is fine. But there's a lot more stuff that we need from the older stuff
Yeah.
that we just don't have. So
Okay. So from the TFcon third-party panel picks, pick number 317, sorry to go back to Rodimus, but they display a picture where one leg is shorter than the other, and they're showing you the 2 faces of both Hot Rod and Rodimus.
But,
Okay. Yep.
I was hoping. I think what Jordan said. I think I'd rather have just a separate Rodimus or a Rodimus Pro.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'd like
In
something
fact-
like Carrie, but in the cartoon
Yeah.
aesthetics.
I would have been happier if FT17 Hoodlum was Rodimus and they left Hot Rod alone.
Or they just put him as Hot Rod. And left
Well, I
Rodimus
guess
Either or.
when he handed the Matrix back, he kind of turned back into Hot Rod.
Yeah.
But I mean, he still kind of had the older face. So I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be that.
Did he
I
still
want
have the
Hot
older
Rod.
face when he shrunk? Nah, he had baby face again.
Did he?
Yeah, he went back
Yeah.
to Hot Rod all the way.
Yeah,
He went
yeah.
back. Oh, yeah.
There are these weird. Have a look in the grey sections that form the front fenders. There's these weird tabs. What the fuck is that? At least paint them grey.
Yeah, fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I like how personally you take this.
The
I
car,
get very upset.
it's so funny seeing that the car is super G1 toy accurate.
Is that?
Whereas Takar told me he went with the movie accurate car.
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you that I like the power, or not the Power Master, the Target Master colors the best out of any of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that
do.
chrome looks
I'm
nice.
gonna get the Target Master one.
He's
Hot Rod.
he's on sale on TF Source right now.
How much?
How
I
much?
think he's 59.
That's cheap.
Damn it.
Who's on sale?
The
I need to
Target
borrow
Master Hot
$59
Rod.
for somebody. A listener or
Oh,
somebody, I need to borrow $59.
Yeah, it's a 2-day sale. He's 69.99.
Ah,
no, I'm
fuck that
skipping
shit.
him for
And
for fan stories.
yeah, that
I
Teletron
just,
one is 140. But I have a feeling that'll be even cheaper come the end of the year.
hey, if anybody sees that Generation Toys, the Bomber Megatron go on sale for cheaper than 170, hit me up, man. Just hit me up.
Well, if you wait for the
What?
what is it? The
What?
well,
Tell me.
I have that.
Tell me.
I have that. But
What?
the other company that makes the IDW masterpiece scale stuff. What are they?
Yeah, J
Uh,
Creation.
G Creations. When the G Creations Megatron comes out, I will be selling my Generation Toy one. So if you wanna,
Why? Why would you do that?
because I think the sculpt's better.
Do you?
Hit
Yeah.
me up if you want. If
All
you
right.
want to sell that Generation Toys one, because I have the Optimus, so I wanted to max out.
Yeah. I
I can check Taobao for you as well if you want.
Please do. And tell them,
Figure Action is
how
brought
much?
to you by Taobao.
Tell them to holler.
Sorry.
Hook me up with some stuff. What else we got? I think that's it from Fans Toys. We got Planet X. They got their Insecticons, which looks pretty cool. I mean, I think they're selling as a 3-pack too.
Yeah, and
I
they're
think that's
they're
pretty
they're
awesome.
not that expensive either.
Yeah, that's good. I don't have anything Planet X really, to be honest. So I don't. I'm
It's like
not
that
in on
game
the.
aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, I love the game. The game is perfect. I mean, it's awesome. I just don't like the figures.
I've got 3 of their figures. I've got the Grimlock, the Optimus, and Megatron, and they're all really good. I had Swoop, and I got him secondhand, and he was just made pretty shoddily, to be honest with you.
Mm.
Um, but
Ankle broke off.
yeah, if only I knew about Loctite then.
Mm. Tight. They got
Loctite,
Death Source also. It
yeah,
looked pretty tight. To be honest, it looked
and
pretty good.
it looks like Ironhide's coming as well. He
Check it.
looks pretty nice.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. Did they do a Perceptor already?
Yeah, he's already out. Um,
They've done a Perceptor. That would have been cool. So that's Planet X. Who else we want to talk about?
uh,
There's too much.
yeah, there's
There
there's
is.
the add-on
Yeah.
kits.
We're only halfway through the
That's
list.
the hideout kits from.
And I'd like to talk about some of the Mayhem Mechanics stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, they brought their game, didn't they?
yeah, like
pretty good.
they teased some of this stuff in flashes at TFcon, but it looks like it's actually happening now. They got their Ninja Turtle repaints. They've got what appears to be Insecticon inspired decos.
Oh shit, I didn't even see those Ninja Turtle repaints.
Yeah,
Yeah, they look pretty cool. That's neato. That's a good shout out or whatever, homage, whatever.
And
What else?
the heads are helmets that flip up, and there's a smaller head inside.
Yeah.
Oh, the little mini dude. That looks like a Hulkbuster armor. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then they show some
Well,
new, like, not bike stuff. They show some new
Cars.
other stuff. Yeah, cars and stuff. What was you saying, T-Man? I'm sorry.
What slide are we on?
247.
We're at
Oh, we're going back-
8675309.
back.
The sewer
Like-
barons. That's what they're
Yeah.
calling them.
He giggles. I
Oh,
like
I
that.
see.
I like his little giggle.
We can make him do it
Yeah.
again. Just wait for it.
And then these cars.
Fucking
that they've
brain-
got coming out.
Fucking brainstorm, man.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Up Poseidon, man. Who wants a black Poseidon? Man, come on, man. We talking
When you
about
limit
Mayhem?
it to 100 pieces, there's going to be an audience for it.
So this brings
Oh,
up an interesting question that I'll drop real quick. We don't need to discuss it really. Do you guys need a figure to be tied to fiction, or can you get something just based on cool design?
I can get it off a cool design. I mean, really, that was the thing that drew me to Cross Dimensions, right? So, that's not that while they're based
That and
on.
Astrobot.
Well, exactly.
Astrobots,
Astrobots
yeah.
is another good example. And same thing with the Unrustables. Like I got the first. I saw that. It wasn't until I saw it in person at TFCon that I was like, yeah, I want this.
because that's what made me think of the questions. Because I've seen on the forums a lot of folks that are like, this isn't a character. I don't want this shit. I don't know who this is. This isn't anybody that I care about. I'm like, well, but expand, guys. Like other than getting the same character over and over again.
Well, I guess some people are toy fans and some people are just fans of the fiction and they want a representation on their shelf. Kind of.
Sure. No, I get that. I understand.
I'm with you guys though.
I don't get it at
I'm
all.
a toy guy. Mayhem Mechanics, speaking of them, they got new stuff.
Yes, they do.
They do have new stuff.
That's cool.
Crimson Kings and Trash Talkers. Talkerers.
Nice.
The Enforcer Marshals.
I haven't bought any of their stuff, but I've heard some really, really good things about them. I saw them at TFcon last year, and I talked to some of the designers, and they're really nice guys. I don't know. I may buy some of their stuff later if that's available. Some of their stuff's hard to get. Isn't it limited or something?
Yeah, that Akira-inspired deco is...
Okay.
Yeah, you have to buy the 3-pack. True Star Screamer did it. He bought the 3-pack just to get that bike.
Nice. That's hardcore, man. Well, good on them, and I hope the best for them. If I see their stuff,
yeah, I might end up picking up something of theirs. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll probably pick up parts for them and carry them around in my pocket.
Hey man, if you're going to Chicago, I'm gonna take you up on that.
I am going to Chicago.
We'll get video and post it of you carrying me around in your pocket.
Get me a little fanny pack, and I'll put you in there with my little Q-tips.
Can you take me off before you go to the bathroom?
Pretty much. No. You gotta go. That's full experience.
Oh, I gotta be in the selfie. I do have to be in the selfie in the stall.
You have to be in the selfie.
It's
I wonder how many people's gonna ask
baby
me,
carrier.
dude. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if anybody's gonna ask me to do a selfie in the toilet with them.
I just did.
Oh no!
I think I just did.
That's gonna be hardcore, man.
Wow.
God, my wife is gonna hate me.
I'm just looking at this female Unrustables. Have you seen the jugs on that? What are they
Is
doing?
this 272?
Yeah, they are
279, but yeah, same thing. Jesus.
Okay.
They are pretty big. I like them big.
Oh yeah.
What else?
I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
279 is like
Buying two.
It's like Dolly Parton with a wheel on its back.
I like the wheel design like that too. I like that them up like that on alt mode or alt mode. I mean. That's cool.
Nice. So I guess is that it? Is that all we got? Is that what we're gonna talk about?
Did we hit
For
everything?
now, there's more, but we can talk about it next week.
Yeah. I think
We
that.
talk
Are we gonna
about
do the listener question?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a
where
list
did
of
the
questions.
Zero go, man? I'm about to ready to hang up if you don't answer.
What?
Wait, what's happening?
I'm just kidding. Go on.
Yeah.
We do have a listener question.
We do.
It's been in the doc, Adrian. Come on, man.
It's
Come on,
not in
man.
my doc.
I'll read it. So Eyes
Go ahead.
Covered had a really good question. He wanted to know whether we kept or threw away our boxes and what do we do with them, the instructions and the accessories.
Good question.
Okay.
Is that a big potato penis?
That is a big
Oh, you
potato.
like that?
That is a big potato penis at the.
That's the end.
Let's go first. Who wants to answer?
I'll jump
You go
in.
answer?
So
All right.
if the box is interesting, I'll keep it. If it's kind of like a good quality box or the figure's over $50, I'm more inclined to keep it. If it's under $50, I'm almost certainly getting rid of that shit. As for the accessories, I just get a Ziploc bag. I'll put a piece of tape on it with the name of the figure and just dump all the accessories in there. And I got an accessory bin that's here under my detolf. So
That's
everything's
clever.
labeled and tucked away.
I should have done
That's
that.
really good.
The
I should have
beginning.
done that too.
Yeah. I just got
keep
mine
it
in, but
relaxed.
I do need to
I
purge
would like-
boxes though, for sure.
yeah. Parts Former said, I keep most of my third-party boxes, especially like Generation Toys or Fans Toys. They got really nice boxes. I've gone through and been throwing out a lot of older boxes, like Power of the Prime stuff, Time Returns, Armada, all the older box, Hasbro stuff that's been really messed up anyways when I'm moving, especially like the movie stuff. Their boxes didn't hold up well at all. So I've been going through and purging a bunch of that stuff, but I'll keep, nice boxes that, that display well. And like I said, with the extra parts or whatever stuff, I usually try to throw them in a little bin or something, but I need to label them like Matt said, but I haven't. So that's my answer.
So for
Yeah.
me, I kind of.
Me,
Oh, never. I didn't mean to cut you off there, T. If you want to go ahead.
you started talking
He did.
first, so.
All
No,
right.
he actually meant to do that.
I keep. I'm kind of like Deluxe. I keep most of my nice boxes for third party and high end figures, like my Hasbro stuff, unless it's an exclusive or like one of the Unite Warrior sets, or something along the lines of like for all the fembots they did for the Legends wave, like Nightbird and Slipstream and Black Arachnia. I kept those boxes. But for the most part, I toss all my regular Hasbro boxes. For Masterpiece, third party, SH Figuarts, Figma, I keep all those boxes because they're a great place to keep the accessories and they don't take up that much shelf space.
I do
Um,
that too.
yeah, the Takara stuff, because I'm a completionist, I want to keep those boxes forever. Um, I think one day, like, after I get my house sorted out and yeah, once I know that there's permanence, I may purge a bit of the boxes because they're taking up a lot of real estate, and unfortunately I need to slow down soon on what I'm buying. Um, but I'm at an overload with boxes. Like I have a closet completely full of boxes. It's like playing Tetris in there. Um, but for
I'll
now,
give you an overload. Mm.
load.
Give
Uh,
Adrian an overload too. Who's next?
T-Man.
Adrian, do you keep your boxes or T-Man? Do you keep your boxes?
T-Man.
I I keep all the masterpiece and third party stuff and the higher end things like SH Figuarts. Just like Parts Former said, if it's over $50, more than likely I keep. But if it's a small third party thing, I'll usually keep that too. But the regular Hasbro, Marvel Legends, and whatnot, I have a video of me stomping on my Marvel Legends boxes, throw them in the trash.
Well,
But
that's mean.
I keep their accessories in a little baggie, like Parks Former said. But I usually keep the Transformers accessories with them. They don't come with like a bunch of little things. Not the regular retail Transformers. They usually only come with like two accessories holding their hand. So yeah, if it's expensive, I keep it. Cheap, I throw it away. Except Studio Series, I have all of those boxes right now. For now,
Yeah, I toss my Studio Series boxes.
I might do it in the future, but I like staying on.
Uh, I think I've tossed mine too. Yeah, I toss my salad a lot.
Ooh, sexy.
What? What about you, Adrian? Do you what do you do?
Um, I don't have as much space as I'd like to have,
Yeah.
so I don't really keep that much. I keep my 3A boxes because, if I ever sell those, there's a massive drop. Like a 3A figure can be $200, $300, and without the box, it's like, yeah, less than
Oh,
half.
really? Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep those. It's a funny market. I don't know why. And other than that, I only keep fans toys boxes and fans toys, and that's it. Really, I think. Oh, and my if I get any con exclusive He-Man stuff or any con exclusive stuff, I keep the boxes. But
Oh, are you getting that laughing Prince Adam?
maybe, but
Oh shit! I might have to do that.
yeah, maybe. But I've thinned most of my I got rid of all my classics. All I'm keeping now are beasts and vehicles.
Huh.
So I've got all the big dragons, the gorillas, the tigers, all the the
The
giants.
bears? Oh my.
Yeah, there is a bear.
And I say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, that's bad. All right, well,
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
that's me. And
Yeah,
I kept my Toy World's constructor box, but no other combiners.
yeah. The boxes start taking up fucking space, man.
Yeah,
They
and the
add-
way I figure it as well is I'm not selling any of this shit. I'm never going to sell my Transformers. So
That's
what's
true.
the point? As far as parts, I've got this one We call them plastic storage boxes. You guys call them totes, I believe.
Totes.
Totes, the plastic
Totes.
ones with wheels. I got one of those just with all the instructions and bits just jammed in. I don't know what belongs to what. When I unbox, I put the accessories I think are cool on the actual bot, and the rest I just throw in a tote.
Tote. Cool.
That's me.
Good answer. Good answer, man. Good answer.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right. Well,
So is that
I
us?
guess we're.
I think that's all we're going to tackle today, guys.
Yeah, I think that's
We
all.
good? Are we good with that?
Thank you for the question. I know him. He's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
thank you for
awesome.
listening. And thank you, everybody, for listening. I hope you liked what we bring. I know we are walking over each other a lot, but hey, we're going to work on it. We will work on it. So, and T-Man needs to speak up some more.
I know we're TFcon heavy, or especially a third-party Transformers heavy episode this week, but we will have some more stuff to talk about next week.
Oh yeah,
And,
definitely.
Yeah, so just a reminder, we are on Google Play and iTunes now, as well as Podbean. So be sure to check us out
Ooh,
there. And,
we are?
We
All
are.
right.
And the YouTubes.
We are. So be sure to hit that like button if you're watching us on YouTube. Be
Oh.
sure to leave us a nice review. I'm not going to beg for a 5-star
Hey,
review here.
we got a Patreon for Pornhub.
We do.
So
We
just
do.
putting that out there.
It's
Putting
called
that out there, you know.
it's called Spank Bank.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you give us $2.50, you can watch Pornhub with us. All right.
A viewer party.
So good.
Yay.
Good night, folks.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening,
Goodbye.
guys.
See y'all.
Thank you later.
My, Megatron, you look positively hideous.
Well, I don't think you're gonna win any fashion contest yourself, Popeye.
The lady at the body shop said this looks awesome on me.
Well, newsflash. She lied.